Holy shit. Oh my god. Give me a sec. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. Holy crap. Maybe it's my computer's moving really slow. Give me like just a sec. Let me see if it's gonna work. Keep hyping it up. We're gonna stream no matter what. Even if I gotta do it in person at each of your houses. Looking good. We just can't stream anywhere else right now, apparently. Greetings. Let's go, let's go. All right. Settle in. Relax. Got the chill beats. We're going live. We made it work. Hit that like button, subscribe, hype it up. Oh, I made it work. Holy, I have no idea if you were here in the live lobby. I have no idea what the hell is going on. First time we've ever had this issue. YouTube would just not recognize that we were streaming. And it was just saying no data. But all the other platforms, we streamed to Twitter, Rumble, Kick, whatever, PornTube, whatever it is. We streamed there and it was fine, but YouTube just wouldn't work. So I had to keep restarting, but we made it happen. Let's go. Let's go. We're gonna do it. We're really gonna do it. We made it happen. We're live. I wanted to give it a minute, make sure everything was steady and stable. Yes, we have 400 viewers. Let's go, fam. It's Monday. Bitcoin up from the weekend. ALTS seeing some nice bounces across the board. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot to do. As we jump into it, guys, two things. One, smash the like button. Hit the like button now. It's not an option. It is mandatory. Believe it or not, it is mandatory. Just like crawling around in those caves. You know, people like go urban cave exploring. That's also mandatory. It's crazy. So hit the like button. It's mandatory. Subscribe. It's also mandatory. Double mandatory. I'm going to turn these tunes back on. I'm going to lower them down. Make them nice and chilling. I like these tunes. They're calming. We need a little calm. We'll make them hyper in a bit. Quick updates here. Quick updates. One, this stream. We're actually sponsored by MetaSignals in this stream. I don't know if this is the screen they wanted me to show you, but the link is the first one in the video description. We were partners with them a while ago. Eric Crown was one of the big guys in there, along with Crypto Zombie. I love both those guys, but they're looking for a little extra promo. I'll give you more details on what they're pushing this month, but check it out. They have great signals. We promoted them for a long time. Nothing bad happened between us. We just start promoting other stuff. Is what it is. Check them out. You can go to tomcrown.io/metasignals or metasignals.io. Boom. I don't know. Maybe they wanted me to show you this one, this screen. There's some screen they wanted. I'll figure that out for later. But then two, the other thing, more interesting. I still have not gotten the papers from James Nguyen, and this is very concerning. I'm waiting on these papers like he's waiting to win a trade, because over the weekend, that scoundrel liquidated again. Remember how he was saying he was in the greatest short of all time? While he was suing me, right? The greatest short of all time, liquidated again. At this point, I've noticed a pattern. You can go to his wallet. This is something really cool about Hyperliquid. Maybe I'll start trading there. Hyperliquid, send me a bunch of money and then start trading there a bunch. Is that you can look at the wallets and you can see inflows and outflows. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but I like to, you know, drama's not my jam, but I like to rub it in sometimes. You can see the inflows and outflows. Bro lost 100K over the last, it was 24 hours yesterday. At this point, you can see the inflows and outflows and his wallets and what he's betting. It's just referral commissions from the platform. Claims to have a bunch of money and stuff elsewhere. I think he's full of shit. But judging based on everything else he's ever said, I think he's full of shit. But the reason I bring it up is not to just provoke him about the lawsuit that he's going to lose, just like he loses everything. But is also one more really just quick piece of drama, because I think it's fun. He said, where is this? Last night, and you'll follow me here. This is actually one of the only interesting things he's ever posted in his entire damn life. Oh, please find this quickly. He tweets so much. He tweets more than I do, and I tweet like crazy, bro. Basically this, as I continue scrolling. He said that he has now gone completely into stables. He has sold all of his spot, which was like the one thing that he said, you know, he's like, I have my spot still. Sold all his spot. Went from stables into short. He is now all in on a short. I hate to give this guy coverage, but when you're suing me, I get to engagement farm you. I can't even find it now. This bro tweets like 100 times a day. It's like looking through the Bible for like one sentence. He said he's going all in. Ready? All in on stables, or all in on shorts. He sold all of his spot. All of his stables on shorts. And if he gets liquidated this time, if he is wrong, he will delete his Twitter account. God. So far, so good. Like, so far, price has only gone up. So he's going to delete his Twitter account. Unfortunately, this man, everything he says everything out of his mouth is a lie. He's an accused rugger, scammer. He's even been accused of being the P word. You can look that up. Just search it on Twitter. You'll find it. Everything he says is a lie. So I can't really trust this. But if that were to happen, I think that crypto could get a little healing. We'd have a little space healing. I, for one, have never been so hungry for green candles just based on this. I just want to see this happen. I can't wait for him to say he called the bottom, even though I got liquidated short. But anyway, all right, let's move on. Enough of the bozo circus. Let's get into some charts and stuff. There we go. We didn't lose viewers yet over it. Not yet. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I can't. Yeah, the P word, my friend. I'm not a Christian preacher. So much, guys. We love here. You know, I'm going to throw this out at you. We do love everyone here. We preach love. Don't get me wrong. I preach love. When you sue me, though, when you sue me, then I get to go after you and I get to hate on you. I get to be a hater. But we preach love here. Just like, you know, everyone should, but we don't preach any other belief system. I guess Bitcoin, crypto. But nah, man, no religion. No, nothing here. Everyone's welcome here. All opinions, all creeds, all mottos of life, other than James Wynn. This is not me, actually. I've outsourced myself to another guy who wears different glasses. I'm on vacation somewhere. P Winophile. That is the rumor. There is evidence, apparently, that supports the claim. Check it out. Check it out on Twitter. I'll probably retweet it later. Nothing would delight me more. Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes. So here we are. Another Monday. Another day of charting ahead of us. We got a lot to do. You've hit the like button. You've hit the subscribe button. We're good. Let's get into the Bitcoin. We get into the Bitcoin. We got ALTS moving. We have a lot of trades, actually, that started slapping. By the way, pay attention to the dash trades into the next little bit. This is my hunch. Pay attention to my dash trades. As I say, and as always, nothing I say is financial advice. Don't blindly copy me, but when we hit fire with the chart, back to back to back trades, pay attention to them. Same would be true on ICPs. We got ICP and dash, both. We're playing them like a fiddle, chat. You've seen this live. What else do we got going on? We can probably update on ZEC. Update on ZEC, little Monero prediction. I think Monero's heading to all-time highs, but we'll get into that chart in just a little. What else we got? What else we got? Not World Liberty Finance. DOT. We'll check up on DOT here. Just a little quick jump in. We'll definitely say something about stocks and perhaps the government reopening. I'm not actually sure. My sources that I've seen have been saying the government's going to reopen or is reopen. Doesn't really seem like it, though. Seems like maybe it's not. I don't know. I think maybe you guys know better than I do. Let me know what is going on with that, because I'm reading it's open, and then I'm reading that it is potentially going to be open. So it's not open yet? I don't know. But stocks rebounding, apparently on that news. We see the S&P opening to a beautiful upside gap today. Gold, I guess, also a fan of the government reopening. Doesn't really make sense to me, but not all things do. Gold starting off its week incredibly strong. Really mirroring stocks. Heading back for that all-time high, 4,400. My $5,000 gold by end of year call is somehow still on the table. It's freaking wild. They have to, so they still have to vote to open. The filibuster was part of it. Am I coming to Bitcoin Amsterdam? I am not. Map of success. Right now is not a good time in the US to fly. And also with the James Wynn threats, I don't feel comfortable traveling abroad right now. I know. It is what it is. You don't know who these people are on the internet. But it's a weird time to travel. I'm really glad I didn't go to Lisbon, even though I wanted to go. I was invited by the crypto content creators campus thing, the thing I went to Dubai with last year. I think that's going on right now. I think it started today. I'll give them a little free shout out here. Yeah. No, it didn't start yet. The 14th. I was invited to this. I'm not going. Nah, not with being threatened online, and not with airports being shut down, and who knows. It's just a weird time if you're in the US to fly. So I'm not going to be going to Amsterdam either. Unlikely that I will do any significant traveling until end of year. The government's a waste, right? Yeah. It seems that way. So I guess they're still closed. It'll open on Wednesday. So in anticipation of perhaps the government being opened, I don't know why that would really be bullish. Relevant story. I downloaded Ark, or I bought the Ark Raiders game. It's like what everybody's playing. It's fun, extractor game. But I was in a game in a lobby last night with two dudes. You know, didn't know them. Randomly, I was on my phone and said, "Oh, the government's gonna reopen," and they were both ecstatic. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, I'm not trying to be political. I just read that it's reopening, and apparently they both are in the Marines. So they both have been working and not getting paid, and they're stuck on, you know, they're stuck in the barracks or whatever. They're stuck where they're working. And if they were to just not work, even though they're not getting paid, they would get like thrown in the brig. Wild, isn't it? We got to realize that sometimes these things don't impact our lives directly, but that doesn't mean that good people's lives aren't being impacted, and we always got to like keep that in our pocket, right? Like, those are good dudes. They should not be working for free, and they should never like work under the threat of being thrown in the brig, man, especially if you're not getting paid. But anyway, these things, I digress. These things have far-reaching impacts, right? Like, these guys aren't buying crypto, or they're not buying stocks and stuff. They're just waiting to get their money, waiting to get their paycheck. It's interesting that gold and stocks are both rallying into Monday. I think we have to be real here. We have seen many a Monday rally and not a many Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday follow through. So let's be cautiously optimistic into this week. We definitely have some things to be a little more optimistic on. Let's get into this. The super moon, the beaver moon, the harvest moon, whatever you want to call it. What's up, Nikki Naki? I see you subscribe. Has come in. What's up? Be like Naki, subscribe. Has come in at the bottom. We are more than 3 days away. Typically, we see these swings within 3 days of the phase, and that's a pretty good sign for me. I think the obvious upside target here on Bitcoin into this week, even if we see another repeat of, you know, what are these awful Mondays? What's going on with Mondays, bro? I know we all hate them. But what do we got? Monday last week was the dump. November 3rd. We got Monday, October 27th was the dump, basically the start of the dump. Before that in October, we had a green Monday, but I guess that, you know, that's fair. We had an upside, but we immediately dumped into Tuesday, Wednesday, then rallied. And then back to the 13th, we had the dumpings, right? So we've had a lot of dumps coming from Monday. I will take a happy little green Monday candle. That'd be great. But let's stay real. Let's stay grounded in reality. I'm ready to be bullish. Nothing would make me happier. Nothing would make me happier than to see a rally this week. I think we have a reason to look for it. Our death cross above us on Bitcoin is coming in hot. It's coming in hot. Let's re-estimate it. The 50 daily is accelerating to the downside as price is closing candles underneath the 200 and the 50. That's making this cross happen sooner, and that's why this is such a hard thing to predict, because it keeps moving up. It does appear that it will happen probably this week, this weekend at the latest, provided there's no crazy price action to the upside. This week is looking very good. Crazy price action to the downside, it may happen earlier. Reminder, we have seen the bottom marked on these crosses throughout the entire run. It actually happened this year in April. Happened last year in August. Wait, look at all this. We found a rare relic chart. We might have to look at whatever this TA was back here. And it happened in September of 23. Every single time we've seen these crosses, we've seen the bottom marked. So it does appear like it might be a little different for this run. This music's a little loud. Turn that down. Sorry if you have had trouble hearing me. I didn't realize how loud that was. We have seen these mark the bottom, but seems a little different this time because, well, we already have a pretty deep swing low. If we're going to repeat that process and see the exact same thing, well, then we might be looking for that. And nobody wants that. James Wynn will say he was right the whole time if this happens. We don't want that to happen. It is possible, though, that there is so much attention being drawn to this death cross because it's been so consistently the bottom that we may not see that happen this time. We might see something different. There's always the bearish possibility that, you know, it crosses and we continue down. Bear markets here, but I'm not there yet. Sometime this week, we're going to keep an eye on that. And before we get to that cross, I think an upside target is pretty rational right around here. We found support for a little bit on the 200. We fell below, but we have not rejected. We have not seen price recover and reject. That would be the actual bearish outcome here. This fall, not so bad. But returning to the 200, returning to the 50, say tapping the cross, and selling off doesn't look as good. You can still paint a higher low and continue up. That's the spookiest outcome. But once you move down lower, things get very gross. They turn into a downtrend. See lower highs, lower lows, and things don't look so hot. The reason, should I say the reason? Sure, the reason. Typically, we see price move to these crosses when the farther it is away. We'll put it that way. The farther price has deviated from these moving averages, the more often in my experience have I seen price return to it at decision time. And this is exactly what happened. This is exactly what happened. On the last iteration in April, we saw price, what? Move down, move down. Maybe not as well this time. Not as well on April's. Still though, tap the cross. I think it was the year before. Yes. Year before in August. Price had sold off. The cross was looming. Price had escaped said cross, and it shot up to test it as resistance at the time. So this is still definitely in play, an outcome like this. It kind of begs the question though, what does the end of the year, what does this cycle look like? Right? If we play this slow game again, you can see that the recovery here from the tap of the cross or the 200 to a new all-time high took 90 days. And for Bitcoin to fit nicely and neatly into a 4-year cycle package, we don't really have 90 days. That would take us all the way out into February. Maybe we see something different. People are really about that idea now. Maybe it'll be quicker. Maybe we won't see this. Maybe it'll be a different move, right? There's lots of outcomes. There's lots of scenarios, but in general, we see price wants to test the 200 as the death cross approaches or during that time. And I think that is the likely move here. It makes sense from a liquidity point of view. If you're going to push lower, typically you move up to liquidate shorts, bait in longs for more liquidity to the downside so big players can fill their shorts. Easy peas. I think 1,009, right? 109,000. Let's do it like this. It was the 618 retracement, but let's take the monthly open. Wow, that actually would be probably a decent place. Decent place to look. 1096 is the month. Oh yeah, I should get into the thumbnail maybe at some point. I'm all over the place today. Got video games on my mind. I'm like thinking about shooting raiders and robots and looting them. Is anyone else playing Ark? We should all play. We should all play together. 1096. Weekly open here. Let's mark this. How's this low looking on our oscillators? You're going to find bullish divergence on the weekly close, probably in a lot of time frames. I don't really know how great of an indicator that would be. It's a welcome sign. It's a piece of confluence for whatever bullish argument you want to make. It's just, I'm going to say probably nothing new here, right? We've seen a series of bull divs on the low. We've seen a series of bear divs on our highs, yet the market doesn't seem to really care. We've seen all-time highs all throughout the year. Each high has brought us a lower RSI. That's a bearish divergence on the highs. Each low has been higher than the previous. RSI has been lower. This one hasn't been there yet or isn't there, but hasn't really seemed to be a big player, right? The trend has been prevailing largely. These kind of oscillations or divergences haven't seemed to play out super strongly. Market cipher B, not a lot going on there. Momentum's down. Money flow remains green. VWAP's going to roll over at some point, but nothing yet. The thumbnail says just in time, and it's not actually clickbait. A lot of you waiting for this signal and probably already know what I'm going to say and what I'm looking at here. The 50 weekly, I think that this concept was popularized by Mr. Benjamin Cohen. I think when asked what would be the bear market signal for him, he said 2 weekly closes below the 50 weekly. Is that all right? Am I correct there? Below the 50. Last week we traded below the 50 almost the entire week, down to 99.1, and into the end of the week, into the close, price shot up and closed above the 50. So avoiding that potential bearish signal, it does look a lot like the same price action we saw down here. back in April of this year. We traded below the 50. Everyone got scared, and into the weekly close, we shot back up, closed above. Everything was fine. Really similar price action the year before. It's wild how much similarity there is from this sell-off to each sell-off we've seen. Each time we're tapping the 50-week. Each time we're seeing the death cross appear on the day. Sentiment goes all the way down. All the way down. And yet we just bounce and relied to new highs. That's it. Here we are. So if you're looking for that signal, I'm not sold. I honestly believe, and knowing Benjamin Cohen pretty well, and you know, I follow him and I listen to him. I think he's one of the great analysts out there. I don't say that about many people. I feel like he just named that. I feel like somebody was like, you have to give me a cutoff, and he does what he does. You know, he goes back and looks at the chart and for patterns and notice that 2 weekly closes under the 50 or something is what we've seen in the previous bear markets. I don't really think that he thinks that binarily of like, if this happens, then that has to happen in that sense. I think that he just kind of named something. For sure, closing below is not a good signal. We don't want to see weekly closes down at 103. We don't really want to see even trading below 103 right now. We'd really, really like to see a rally upwards towards the monthly open at 109. Maybe even higher, like 115s. But I don't, personally, I'm not afraid of it. I don't think that that is the end all. I think it is likely just something that's happened in the past. That is something to point to. The Bollinger Bands remain, wow. The Bollinger Bands remain the tightest they've ever been. And look at this weekly candle. Look at that. Trading under the weekly, down here out of the bands. And what happens at the very end of that candle? Snaps back up. Maybe even right here, 104 is a good alert. We have the 20-week up at 114. I think that's the probable outcome. And move back here. It's never comfortable to be under the 20, that's for sure. What is this crazy discordant music? I don't know if you guys can even hear it anymore. Some weird grooves going on. Weekly Ichi 112.5. A lot of kind of layered horizontals here. 114, 112, 109. All up in this zone. On the weekly, the TK and KJ rest right there. That's a point of liquidity to tap. We haven't seen a cross down yet, which I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to knock on wood. We haven't seen a cross down yet, which maybe we do. Maybe we have to see. Yeah, I don't know. We have seen this cross down in the week, and we have covered it throughout the last few years as a signal for this continuation rally. We've seen it pretty much every pullback. Last year, no, I keep saying last year, April, we saw the cross down, and technically we did get a cross up, but the way that it happened kind of fooled the indicator into not printing it. This is the cross up. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't do it. Maybe it's because they're at the same level and then printed another candle to the right. So they didn't cross in the sense of like that. They crossed together and then, I don't know. But we have a cross down near the low as we start to recover, and then a cross up that's led us to new all-time highs. And we've seen this all in the week. Each time, right? Every time. In August, we got the cross down at the low. We got a cross up as we were recovering, and we moved to all-time highs. We have not painted these candles yet. The exact same thing. I know it's about to blow your mind. How much similarity these sell-offs have throughout the entire bull run. Happened in 2023 as well. 26K. We got the cross down, cross up. So potentially, if history is going to rhyme here, maybe we're waiting for that. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know off the top of my head what would need to happen. Gotta look back 26 candles, I believe. What's up, Dina Jones? Subscribe and welcome, Dina. Good to have you. I am just off on my own in the zone today. I feel the energy today. That's why. If you guys are in chat, I appreciate every single one of you that is typing in chat here. Probably saying, "Tom, why aren't you reading chat? Why are you ignoring us?" You're keeping the dream alive. Keep it up. All right, 26 to 52. So 26. What needs to happen? Here's where we're going to start dropping bars. Hold up. If you're not familiar with the Ichimoku Cloud, I have a great video on it in the free trading course on this channel. Check it out. Not right now. Check it out later. Check it out after the live. Okay, I'm 52. What I'm doing here, don't worry. What I'm doing here is just looking at what price conditions might need to be met. So the longer lagging line goes back 52 bars. The shorter lagging goes back 26. So basically what I'm doing is seeing what will happen if we just close sideways here. I'm like kind of ballparking how the Ichimoku Cloud is going to react, and the longer moving average is dropping lower candle closes for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. That will drive it up. And that will drive it up. And what are we losing here? We're giving one more close up, then we're going to see candles close down on the shorter moving average. That is interesting because it appears that without a lot of movement or volatility, even with just sideways trading, we will get that cross down simply because the longer line is going to lose these lower candles. Its average is going to come up, and the shorter line will begin dropping higher candles. It will begin putting in lower candles. Think of them as moving averages in a way. And that will force the longer KJ up and the TK down. I think I said those right. Either way, it will force them to cross down, which is the signal, long story short, that we were just looking at on the week. The cross down. We've gotten it every move, every little piece, every little part of the way on this run, but not quite yet. Interesting. I think what that could mean basically is like we could go all the way up to 112, close here, open another candle. You know, if we do nothing, that might get the cross. Kind of spicy. Let me go down to the day. I'll finish up with Bitcoin. I'll finish up with my little super focused analysis here in a minute. Green dot still in play. 108. Dude, it's just every single 1,000 up here has something. Some level. No div on the low. RSI, no bull div on that low. We just have a lower series of lows and price is lower. Since price and our RSI are agreeing, there's no divergence. That's okay. We did have it on the week, but I said that's not really that important. Not really going to put any stock into it at the moment. Week, day. So I go in daily. Oh yeah. I still like 109.6. I still like 109.6. 12-hour pulled back already. We got our Monday morning little rally as we've gotten every week. That just doesn't ever seem to hold on. Now this doesn't look so bad in the 4-hour. 7 resistance popped, back tested. Okay. I'm going to put this here just for my benefit to remember this. 2 to 1. That'll play. I like this. It's ugly. I like that. Just doing some little mind math here. Heavy, heavy. Low time frame is still a little sagging. That's okay. All right. Just wanted to get an idea of what's happening. We hit 106, almost 107 over the last 24 hours. We are roughly what, at the 618 of that high to this low here, roughly 5. Okay. This is what I wanted to update on. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get to the chat and see what you guys are looking at. I know I focused in. While I'm doing this though, keep chatting. I didn't put a poll, did I? But keep chatting, subscribe, hit the like button, follow along, and I'm gonna get to your comments in 1 sec. So we did close the 103 gap. That's gone. Let's edit this gap at, because there's always more. 97. We have a new gap created this week from opening up. Isn't that lovely? I'm tired, boss. Boss, I'm tired. I'm sick of these gaps. 104 flat. That's interesting. So you just saw this analysis, 104.7. What do we... 105.9, yeah. CME trades about 1,000 up. So looking at 2% move to the downside. 200. Maybe we do this. Maybe this is it. Maybe I'll take this trade. What do you guys think? What's the RR? 2 to 1. I think I'll take it. Hold up, let me open up BYD5. Our exchange partner, links in the video description below. No KYC. Okay. It's the same wick. My computer has been bugging today. Straight up bugging. Limit order. Remember, this is not financial advice. Please don't blindly copy what I do. It's a great way to get wrecked. Don't want to get wrecked. Let me get wrecked instead. 3. Let's do 10x isolated. Double check my order as always. By long 4-1 lick 9,000 94,000. Is that where I want it? That'll do. That'll do. Oop, wrong button. 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍 too. 𝐒𝐈𝐆𝐍 is also a great exchange. Okay, order placed. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that goes. YOLOs. Other than that, I have virtually nothing open. I have some long open somewhere on Bitcoin from like 103, or it's like not even a good entry on some account. And then I have this one, which I opened with you guys on Ethereum. Here you are. Oh, this isn't it. This is the Bitcoin one. There it is. It's only up. Oh man, it's like technically in the red now. Even though price is up, funding. Here's a lesson for you. Lesson for the kids out there. Leverage is not meant for holding. I've had this open for way too long. it's paid $700 in fees, and even though it was opened at 103 and price is 105, almost 106, I'm at a loss. And that is because funding has eaten all of that profit. Yeesh. Yeah, leverage is not for holding. Let me get into this other account with the Ethereum one of this. Show you that. Check in on that one because I didn't check in on it. And then we'll do alts. All this security. Gotta have 8 different codes to type in. Gotta jump through 5 hoops. Oh well, whatever. It's good. It's good. Security, don't complain. It helps keep your money safe. Okay. There it is. There she blows. The much more successful trade. Open this with you all on that spooky, spooky day on Ethereum. 3,105. We caught the bottom. I did take profit on a good amount of it. Did close a good piece, but it is still up at 2,600. You can see here realized P&L 3,700. So it's a healthy trade. Not the most comfortable trade I've ever been in. My hair is all over the place. Not the most comfortable trade I've ever been in, but it's slowly aging well. I haven't done anything. I haven't changed anything. I probably should put a stop loss at like 3,200. I don't even have a stop loss on this. I'll do that later. I'll do it after the stream. I'll do it after the stream. I don't want to get any more hyper focused than I already am. So anyway. Let's do some alts. What are you guys looking at? Let me refresh the chat. I apologize if you've been telling me all this important stuff that I've been missing. What's up, Michael? Do I think Ethereum will retake its all-time high? That's a great question, man. That's like the hardest question to answer. It's a hard question, bro. I don't really have an answer for you. Do I think so? Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't know what the timeline would look like, but it's been brutal. We've seen so many of these coins move to all-time high, basically tap them, break them by a penny. You know, Solana did it, Ethereum did it, and then just chill. You know, just go back down. Bitcoin's been doing it all year. I don't know. It's absolutely possible. Maybe I should rely on this. I believe Bitcoin has more all-time highs this year to come. And so, it's reasonable to think that all-time highs will come for other big caps like Ethereum. It's reasonable. I wish I knew. I wish I had a crystal ball, brother. If I had a crystal ball and I knew, I'd tell you. Hell yeah. Trump coin going. I did see Trump coin was moving. I mean, it's like, it's going crazy, but what? It's up whatever percent after falling whatever percent. Yeah. I mean, I think you have to be a madman to think this is going anywhere. Doesn't mean we can't trade it. Trump is in the title for today's stream, the Trump coin, because it was moving. Let's take a peek. $10. $10. Always looking good at 10. Let's get a little new analysis going on. It did trade all the way down to $1.50, so poof. Let's see. Nice little breakout. $10. $10 looking good. Just even opening this chart. $10 looks good. Looks like a place to take profit place to potentially short. I would not short this. I honestly, guys, I just tell you what I think is whatever I think is going to help you the most, keep you the safest. I would not long or short this kind of stuff, dudes. It is so centrally controlled. The supply is so centrally controlled. Everything about it. On top of, like, we all know how Trump loves money. I won't make any comments about Trump, but Trump loves making money. He loves it. Him making money involves other people losing money, is the fundamental nature of money. And man, I would not, the risk to reward here, I just don't think is ever there. I don't think it's there. I wouldn't touch it. But here it is. If you are in a long, you find an entry. $10 is probably a sweet place. Stop loss gets a little exaggerated. 12. I don't like that 20% drawdown. $2-1. Man, like 1-1. I think you could take it like that. You have broken a descending trend. You flagged out after painting ZU. It's a clean breakout. $10 looks like a really strong target. It is already at 920, so you got like 7%, which is actually still a decent amount. I think more importantly than this coin specifically, like, because I don't think the trade is here, but more important than that, I think we have something that we can look for in the rest of the market, which is the HARP, the big wick from October 10th, the consolidation, basically the short squeeze that we've seen many things do that brought it back to its high, and then the flag. I believe that we can find other charts that look like this, and I believe that we will be able to look for long positions and have a statistical edge on taking a long to the next resistance, if that makes sense. We're going to look for this pattern. I think that's the value here. The value of this, like, specifically of this breakout, not for me. But let's look for this. I think that makes sense. Damn, that does look strong in the day there. You break 10, 16, 15, 16 above is definitely a solid place to be looking. A lot of support, breakdown, resistance, double top, lows, lower lows, short squeeze. What's up, traders? How you doing, Quarter? Alexo, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Cheers. Happy Monday. Or whatever it is. Just Monday to you. Monday to you, my friend. What just touched me? Like weed on this desk? Can't smoke on this desk because apparently I can smoke it, but apparently I'm allergic to the flower. Like when it like touches my skin for a long period of time, it gets hivey and itchy. Isn't that weird? If you're looking for an entry on Trump, again, I don't think long or shorting it is really the play, but we've had a lot of success with something like this. Basically looking at that previous resistance, right? $8. Maybe to the breakout, to the point of breakout on the flag. Just below that low. And TP at $10. That gives you a decent RR. I think that means you're gay, boss. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't you like that, my friend? What's up, Preeth? Thanks for subscribing, my brother. What else? WLFI. Obviously, just basically Trump Coin 2.0. Why are you so gay is the question. I don't know, it's just the way my WLFI. Okay, 16 cents. I believe we talked about 16 cents. Surprised I didn't put a short there. I probably did. Probably did during there and then moved it. But here we go. Just talking about the pattern on that chart. There you go. If you see the flag, look for that 20-cent move. I guess that means you could do the long too. I think that's risky. I got wrecked. No, I don't even know what that means, bro. What is that? I didn't even say it out loud. I feel like maybe that's like something real bad. Have a great day. You have a great day. Appreciate you, Shangri. Trump coin will outperform all of our alts, sadly. Tyler, that's a bold call, my friend. That's a bold call. I don't know about that. The crypto market is full of people that don't need money. What? That don't need money? That is the opposite of true. Crypto is a market of people who are all greedy. They're all greedy AF and just want to stack infinite money. We are not full of people who don't want or need money. That's crazy, buddy. That's a crazy comment. Total. Coming back to test the trend line. Boring. SPX might be worth looking at. Will blow for Bitcoin. I mean, hey, $20, $20, right? How you doing, Queen? How you doing? I don't want to do these stocks right now. Let's look at some awesome trades. Dash. I love how you've decided now. Freaking TradingView has decided that it's going to remove all of the tickers from the background, just to annoy me today. It did it the other day too. Let's update on Dash. 127 hit. Our short was not stopped out. We placed this live. We brought it up, talked about it live. Probably almost every stream since the start of November. 67.35. Previous resistance. We did get blown on that short in a bad way. Coming back for support could be the entry. Short from 127. Close at 67.3. I think that's looking pretty good. I think that's looking just fine. How many indicators are on here? Only a chart like Dash do you need 8 million indicators. Nah, it's probably just an old chart. Let's get rid of some. This is probably why my computer is running so slow. It's opening charts with like 50 indicators hidden. There we go. Perfect. Zoom out. Zoom out on this, see what this looks like. Boom, perfect wick. Nice. 67 major level, broken, untested. That's right. LDO. Really LDO. What are you guys finding these pumpers? I was looking for pumpers earlier. Maybe they just started pumping while we're streaming though. WLFI, HBAR, XRP Uni. Maybe it's because this is the top 300. Favorite chain. Yeah, you know what? No update to Dash. If I was in this, I'd probably hold it. Looking for 67.90. You might even get lower. We'll get there when we get there. ICP, like somehow we've traded it identically to Dash. Not really sure how. It's a good testament to how this market is so connected, interwoven, right? ICP. This is the exact same play. So yeah, it's like the exact same play. We have that harp consolidation, breakout to resistance, pull back higher low to next resistance, pull back. Look for this pattern. That's why we've been able to hit those trades, is because this is clearly a prevalent pattern right now. ICP from 9, that's such a perfect resistance. Trade to 660, looking for 640. 660 might have been it. We'll see. I wouldn't move this either. Reverse the long potentially, or reverse the short to the long potentially at 640. Play it just back. Perfect. Perfect. What was it? Render gold. Cats for Mr. Crown. You know, nothing wrong with being gay, Wrath. That's right. Nothing wrong with it. We don't care what you do. We don't care what you do. You do whatever makes you happy, as long as it's consenting adults. Oh yeah, bad news. Beans, Professor Beans actually went to the vet last week, and we got her tested for Cushing's disease, and she unfortunately she tested positive. Yeah, poor old gal. Which is apparently not as bad. It's when your body. It's kind of like when you have high cholesterol and your body like forgets how to stop making cholesterol. Jeez, dude, there's something here that I'm allergic to that is making me really itchy. It's like, yeah, high cholesterol. Your body like forgets how to stop making cholesterol. It doesn't like say, okay, we have enough. And Cushing's is similar for dogs, except instead of cholesterol, it's steroid. Not like muscle steroid, but like, you know, you take like steroid when you're sick or whatever. And so their body just keeps producing it, overproduces it, causes a lot of problems. It's not good. The good news is that it is manageable. It is treatable. It's just a pill every day. It is a little expensive, but I'm going to count it as a blessing because her energy just like was taking a dive. She's been laying around, not wanting to do anything. And I was worried about her. And so I'll say I'm really thankful for the diagnosis. Love Professor Beans. She's 13, going on 14 years old, and we just don't deserve pets. Pets are amazing. Pets are the best. Anyway, looking in on Dash or ICP. Already did Dash. 640, looking for potential reversal of the position. You might, I don't know. I probably can even hold on to that short. Look lower. We'll see. Sol has been the weirdest. Sol has just been chilling. Does look like Sol is looking to retest 190. I think I said that the other day on the sell-off, that even if we're not going, I don't know, if we're not going anywhere, that there's definitely a hedge. Definitely. There is likely a chance to hedge at 190. Get out of position, open up a hedge, whatever you want to do. It certainly could keep going, but 190 looking very juicy. I even like how this is the bottom of the descending trend now. Did we get a death cross on Sol? I think we did. No. No death cross yet on Sol. It's coming. Oh, it'd suck if that means that's another low. We'll see. ZEC. Anybody? ZEC? Anybody? Are we over Zcash? On the week, it's just like a tiny shooting star. I don't know if this is done. Time to stand, says my Apple Watch. Time for you to stand. Oh, that's right. You can't because you're a watch. You're just a watch. You don't have legs. Tell me what to do. Ooh. Here. Did not hit 908 yet. My next TP on ZEC. We did not fill said long. You wonder, if you're wondering, but why did ZEC stop? It's not at resistance for dollars. Why is it stopping? Is it over? What's wrong? Well, take a look over at the ZEC BTC pair. This is our greatest guide for all these rallies right now. We saw ZEC take a break last time when it hit resistance. Now it hit resistance again. and it's chilling. 0.0056, pulling back ever so slightly. It's tested it multiple days in a row. It looks like it's gonna break. Looks like it wants to break out. What is the next upside resistance? 88. 50% against Bitcoin? Those are hard calls to make. These are such crazy moves. I think Litecoin looks good. Bet the barn, never bet the barn. Can we just finish the cycle and forget it happened? That would, honestly, I'm there with you, bud. I'm there with you. This cycle is just dragging out. And again, I have to add the goddamn ticker back, which is hella annoying. But R, you guys were watching R. 1050. I would not be surprised to see a higher low bring AR or 𝐴𝐸 to 1050. See RR there. The RR weave. Something like that. Virtual hasn't moved. Pretty much where we left it last week. I can't say no to that dollar target. We'll see how this plays out. Render suspender. $4, 340. Still working on it. Drilling through that resistance actually pretty cleanly. I don't hate that. I think that looks good. We might see render flag out here, like we've seen on like that Trump chart. And I think that brings you to that retest. Do we floating up $2.36? Maybe. Ooh, dot short filled, but that kind of looks like it's gonna get wrecked. Why? I moved it and then I hit back and then you don't. Stupid trading view. I think DOT is going to end up breaking. I think it's going to end up taking this this short out. So I might even look to like close this early. Let's say close. Let's say close and look for the $5 juiciness. Yeah. Damn, it's already 3 p.m. It's already 3 p.m. Holy shit. Got a good amount of viewers so far. What's up, everybody? Did I just wake up? No. I did not. I didn't get the greatest sleep, I'll be honest. I got Arc Raiders and it disrupted my sleep a little bit. Monero blasted towards all-time highs last night. Blasted. Didn't quite make it there. Blasted towards all-time highs and into the daily close. Boom. Right below resistance at 420. Now pulling back again. Literally on the last stream on Friday, it was like 365 and I said, this is one of the strongest charts in crypto. I was talking about the strongest charts in crypto. I said, this is the craziest, so strong and crazy. And I would only bet up on this chart. That already aged well, actually. But the one other thing I said is, but I have no idea the timeline on this actually happening. This has been forming for like a decade. This chart has just been building up power for almost 10 years. This could explode out tomorrow. This could be at the end of the year. It could be internet. Like who knows? But this is such an opportunity, I think. With the kind of privacy narrative going on with ZEC, Monero is just a logical next step. This is the OG privacy coin. We hit the bottom again. Maybe we'll hit the bottom one more time. Should we try to hit the bottom one more time? Like that. Oh shit, that was our take profit. Let's go. Never mind. Well, I forgot. 28% in the bag. 19% back in October. 28% here last week. See if we get greedy, get a little more. I want to do it like this though. I want to take it to like all-time high. Monero looking so spicy. Your Bitcoin trade is in profit. Let's go so much. Let's go, brother. Congrats. Well done. Well done, my friend. What's Bitcoin even doing? Yeah, it's pretty close to where we left it. I mean, this looks good. I placed a trade, a limit order, earlier in the stream for those of you that weren't here. Lower at like 14 or 104. But this looks pretty good. Low time frame. That looks good. That looks decent. I think up is the direction to be betting this week. 1096. Good target. I think there's going to be an entry lower though. Would gladly be wrong. And buying you exchange? No, you can buy. I think that Kraken has Monero somehow. Because I remember seeing that being like, what? What's up, Damjad? How you doing, bro? Orhan, how are you, brother? Real shit's going down on XMR. What's up, Taylor? Angelito, Aranit, Duca, OBSY, Bad Fox, how are you, darling? Did your last set Degen, D-Lo, Gary, Hendrick, Ismail, Zano, J-Ski, Kinder Alarm, Lounge Gaming. I've been in the zone just charting pretty much this whole stream. We got off to a weird start. What's up, Mayan? Michael Picanzo is still here. Cheers, brother. Got off to a weird start, so I was like trying to get back in it. Trying to get back in the zone. I think it worked. I think we recovered. I didn't even look at Ethereum, except for the trade. I didn't even pull up the chart. Real quick, make sure you've liked and subscribed the stream for me. Do me that little favor. It costs you nothing. I know it's not that spicy of a day. FBTC recovering, holding that low. Honestly, I think it would make sense to even pull the stop up on this. You really don't want to see it trade lower. But I think this is the right direction. I feel like maybe you could like pull up the stop and then reopen at 0.03 flat and then look for that 0.5. I like that. I like that there. ETHUSD has seen better days. This is not the greatest candle for it. Interacting again with the trend line that just goddamn has been plaguing it forever. It's like it never ends. What's interesting is it fell below both its high trend and its low trend. Like macro, Ethereum. See? High trend and low trend on the sell-off. And now where they cross, basically, it has rallied to tag it. Like literally has tagged where they cross. Perfectly. Is that bullish or bearish? I don't know, man. It's interesting. That's for sure. It's very interesting. Would be weird if Ethereum didn't have, just didn't have any more in it this run, right? It would be so bearish for like everything, for all kinds of alts, if Ethereum didn't. I think it will. I'm still bullish, baby. That never ended. Take a lot more than this, especially with James Wynn so bearish. It's like I gotta be bullish. Litecoin, I think, is finally going. And have I said this before? Trust me, I know. I know. In my defense, Litecoin has very convincingly looked like it was ready to go many times. I think it's finally ready. Stop this out one last time just to be a dick. I think it's finally ready, man. This consolidation is gonna end eventually. It's gonna blast eventually. Haven't given up hope, but I've definitely lost enthusiasm for it over the years. What's up, Alan Felice? Thanks for subscribing. 135. You already tapped that. Pretty good. Eventually, the boy who cried wolf, I know, the coin who cried wolf, Litecoin. You keep eating away at 135. Here's the thing, though. Since last year, you keep tapping 135. You keep eating away that resistance. Buyers keep coming in higher and higher, as they always have throughout all of this period. Just like Monero, you have a crazy macro chart. The only difference is Monero is like now all the way up here, where Litecoin's all the way down here still. At the bottom of the range. It loves the bottom of the range. See, just like back here. I think they both go to all-time highs this cycle. That's my opinion. For what they're worth, opinions. Okay. All right. It's a chilling day. It's 3 o'clock. I do have to go get Professor Bean's medicine. One sec, I think she might be trying to get it. She's sleeping. You have to go get it. We have been live for a little bit. How long? A bit. Hour. Feels like way longer because it took forever. They're like R still. R. I mean, I like the ticker. The ticker's funny. R. Ooh. Okay. I have no idea what I was looking at last time, but yeah. This is also a privacy coin, right? That's not bad. That's not too shabby, my friend. That's not too shabby. Where are we going? Where are we going with this? Why is this all the way up here? I mean, $1 looks incredibly good. I think you could even have higher targets. Where's this traded? Arbin in the chat for weeks. Well, you all sometimes you beat me to him. You beat me to him. I get my alpha from you guys. Let's be real. Like, I get my alpha from chat. I bring chat some alpha, but like you guys, that is the value of a community. It's like we have so much more power to source information. As a group. Damn, it does look good. I'll look at it more. What happens sometimes is like I'll set alerts on things and then those alerts will hit, but it's like at a time where I don't know, I don't remember to put them back, and then I can lose track of charts. Going for what's interesting, for sure what's interesting is that R is going for a golden cross on the day, while almost the entire rest of the market is looking for a death cross. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, it's not. Never mind. I take that back. I was fooled by the colors. It's not. It already did the golden cross. That was in August. Either way, it's like not in threat of a death cross at this point. While a lot of the rest of the space is. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. XRP rolling over. Aping short. Nah. No, I would disagree. I disagree, sir. Depends on what time frame you're looking at, right? I don't know what time frame you're looking at. You might be very zoomed in. I would disagree. You always know that when I say XRP looks not bearish, I'm not being biased, because if when I say it's bearish, I'm being biased. No, I don't think that looks bad. No. No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I'm just a man. Just a man, baby. I'm just a man, you're just a woman. I like that. I might look for further upside on that. 270. 293. It's a lot of coins are up here, that's the thing. I will say there's a caveat though, that the top 10, excluding Bitcoin, have not been doing well. You look at others BTC, like others has been showing strength. Maybe the top 10 isn't where we should be betting. I don't know. XRP ETFs live this week, short it. I don't know why people are bullish on ETFs. We've never seen an ETF come out and it like drive price up. We've never seen it happen. Usually we see a rotation out of Grayscale and we see dumps. Yet like we're just like always bullish when they come. I don't know. I'm of the opinion of like, let's wait to see one pump a market, right? Haven't seen it happen yet. Okay. R. I'm glad I stayed. That was I like R. I'm gonna watch R. I might even see if I got a little R. A little R. I think I now understand memes. What even has it though? That's a problem. It's a problem with like different coins and stuff. It's like you can't even get them. I'm not gonna go to shitter exchanges. I've wiped my hands of those long ago. They don't have it on BUI FEMX has been listing more garbage. No, they don't have it on. They don't have it on FEMX either. I don't even know. Bitcoin looks like it's about to move up again. MEXC, of course MEXC has it. Damn, it's really not traded anywhere, and it really has low volume. Wow. $150 million market cap. We could probably move this coin ourselves. There's no volume on that. MEXC is it. Gate. I guess Gate, but I don't have Gate where I am. I got alert set. I'll be watching it. Trump coin is moving to 10. $10. Go ahead, Trump coin. Go ahead, bud. Fill that short. What trades I'm already in besides Bitcoin? I'm still in the Ethereum long. Not many, to be real. Not many. We've placed a lot of trades that have been solid. Like we placed a bunch of trades recently that have played well, especially on ICP. We've had like just back-to-backs on ICP, on Dash. We've had a bunch. I haven't taken them. I need to start taking them. Yeah. Dash and ICP have slayed. But I've been totally upfront with you guys since October 10th. I just haven't opened many trades. A lot of my trades got just closed out, wiped out. And I am more of a trend trader. We've seen a lot of chop. I'm not a chop trader. I don't like the chops. Got another gap on S&P. XRP. Go ahead, XRP. Go ahead. I did place this trade today. I placed this live as a limit order. The Link doing? Link didn't smash through the gap. Still, it still looks like you're going to 18, but didn't smash the gap. Boo. Okay. All right. Should join the Discord if you haven't yet. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Check out metasignals.io. Links in the video description below. Sign up with our exchange partner, BYDFi. No KYC, some bonuses and such, but the biggest value is that if you sign up using my links with any of these, if you ever have issues, say you sign up with BYDFi. No one's ever actually had issues with them so far to my knowledge. But if you have issues, you can come to me in the Discord, open a ticket, let me know, and I will advocate on your behalf. I'll go to them and say, hey, look, someone used my link and they're having this problem. You got to fix it, and they will. In reason, obviously. Can't be like, I just want free money. That won't work. That's a big value. The customer service sucks in all exchanges. It's hard to get heard there, and I will help you get heard. So links in the video description below, pinned to the top of the chat. We're gonna be live Wednesday at the latest. Some tells me I'm gonna be live sooner than that though. My spidey sense is tingling. Spidey sense is tingling. TP. This trade, the TP and stop loss I didn't think out that well. The entry is more important. I like 1096. TBD. I'll update you guys. Some tells me we'll be live soon. I'll be real though. I also just want to play some Mark Raiders, but I got to get Beans Medicine. Responsibilities. Responsibilities. There we go. Breakout. Low breakout on the low time frame. Let's go. Stay tuned. Keep your notifications enabled. Follow me on Twitter, Tom Crown Crypto. Discord, you know the deal, guys. I will say hi to Beans for all of you. For all of you. I love you guys. Catch you soon. Bitcoin's moving, actually. Maybe we'll go live again tonight. Watch this. It's moving. It's going to go once I close it.